Hey, yo, we're going to make this one real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your sisters and brothers, your stepsisters and brothers, hey, your aunties and uncles, your first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousins, your grandparents, hey, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, hey, your nieces and nephews, to your hoods, to your towns, to your cities, to your country, hey, to your continent. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here with me, the new legal, and the general and Techno Blast, who's not here right now, but he's always here with us. And we are so honored to have you here today. You know who I go by the name of, is here to represent the mighty platform called Di-RRec Gaming and the Xbox community. So forgive me for the way I'm looking right now, and forgive me because I'm so happy. Forgive me for all the great news that's been going on with Xbox. Forgive me because I can't hold it in. And we're going to get right to it. Non-stop. We're going to bomb everything. We know what the streets want. We know what the streets say. Hey, yo, General, it's time, baby. Let's get it going, man.
Woo! What up, Xbox family? Xbox Country Club. Xbox everywhere. Xbox all the time. Want to get something off my chest, man. So when I met New Legal, you know, he was putting this thing together, and you know, man, even before Mixer, he was kind of putting this thing together. But the one thing I love about New Legal is passion. We always got on the phone, talked about Xbox, you know, what new games is coming out, what I even told him he needed to be a Gears of War tester when they want to make the new Gears of War, right? So basically, New Legal, he had nobody as far as what I saw. And then, you know, I came up with this idea for press start and credits, because that's what we do as gamers. We press start and we don't stop it to the end. And if you do beat games, people that do beat games, people that do take the time to beat their games and not just live stream because it's cool, but they actually finish the campaign, they understand the credits roll at the end. And that's where I came up with that. But New Legal, he was passionate. And then we got to Mixer and we started to make a little bit of noise. And he was like, yo, your voice should be heard. And I'm like, man, I don't know. You know, I'm an actor and everything. But I'm passionate about gaming. Absolutely passionate. But New Legal, you know, he just kept on trucking. And I said, you know what? I said, maybe he's right. So we started doing some shows, and I liked it. I liked it a lot because it was a way for me to express myself. And New Legal, man, he has been a real friend and a real mentor, because when I got in the mansion, I used to go out with everybody. I mean, if anybody can remember that old cartoon Heathcliff, it was nothing but smoke. Me fighting with this one and fighting with this one and telling this one to shut up. And, you know, I didn't realize it, you know, like people were starting to hate me. And it was just me being I guess, you know, sometimes I like to get a rise out of people. But, you know, New Legal told me something. He said, man, you know, he said, people only know you for that. But if you do the show, you show a whole nother side of yourself. So I took his advice, right? And man, you know, it was like I took his advice and I haven't looked back since. So what I want to say is that, you know, me and New Legal, we a tandem. And we are a 1-2 punch. You understand? We burgers and fries, we steak and potatoes, yo. And the one thing about the General, me, I'm exclusive to Di-RRec Gaming. I don't got time for crumb sides. I don't got time for getting mixed with drama. None of that. Me and New Legal, we're building a brand. We're building something for Xbox players, which is not out there. There's a lot of podcasts out there that are video game podcasts. And there's a lot of guys that pander to PlayStation and they don't want to ruffle no feathers because they want that audience with them too. Forget that. Me and New Legal, we are hardcore, down hard. I mean, down to the core, bleed green. I'm talking about the old lawnmower outside that can't cut the grass, to the bone, Xbox passionate players. And that is why we have built this house. We have built this house. That is why we have built this house, and we're going to keep on building. We are Di-RRec Gaming. And I don't need anybody trying to send me invites, want to get me on Twitter, because I'm not on Twitter. I'm kind of like in limbo. The only way you're going to find the general is Di-RRec Gaming. That's it. Now, between my independent films and I got some projects coming out, I have to shoot and film tomorrow. You can see me in another light. But when it comes to the general, Di-RRec Gaming is where you'll find the general. I'm not going to do no other shows. I'm not going to do other podcasts. Don't even ask me. Me and New Legal, we are a tandem. Now, if New Legal tells me he wants to go do this show, then hey, I'll go follow him and do the show because I trust New Legal and I trust that he understands that we're building a brand. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. I wanted to make sure my man New Legal understands that, yo, the general is exclusive to Di-RRec Gaming. And we don't got time for stuff that don't make no sense. And we're here for Xbox gamers, to get Xbox gamers excited, to get Xbox gamers happy. We're not for the doom and gloom. We made that clear in other episodes. We don't bitch up. Pardon my French, but me and New Legal, we don't bitch up. We say what we say and we mean what we mean, and we do not play around. Our word is our bond. And me and New Legal from the same school. He understands that. Word is bond. So yeah, I just wanted to say that about New Legal.
Wow. Yo, man, we've certainly come a long way, bro.
Yes, sir.
You just made me think about, man, the early humbling beginnings, bro, all that stuff, man. And I don't give you enough credit, bro, because you've been there, man. You've literally been there with me, man, during the rough times, man. And you know how I feel because we talked about it.
Exactly.
And the inspiration and the perseverance is why now Technoblast is a part of us, man. You know?
Exactly. Yep.
He fit right in with us. He fit right in. And the funny part about Di-RRec Gaming is I've always said it was the platform, not my platform, not your platform, not Technoblast's platform, but I've always said it's the Xbox Live's platform. It's the place where the true Xbox fans can come and really speak that Xbox talk. Because General, I see them every single day, man. I'm getting criticized, right?
Yeah.
Because I hang in the streets with these guys, because I spend too much time with them. Oh, you need to stop tweeting so much and be like the other guys. But that just tells me, man, that they've never known who I am as a person.
Exactly.
And how you can get this social media thing really twisted up. One thing about me is I've never done what everybody else done. I always do what I want to do, and I always do my thing. And when I see things, man, and I know it to be right, you can't shake me. When I say that it's the viewers and I don't listen, man. We're going through it right now, and forgive us, because we're gonna get into this show. Don't even worry about that, right? We're gonna get into this show, but I don't want blinded followers, man. I don't want an Xbox community blinded just because we're popular or we're not, or just don't follow us for clout or anything like that. I don't want that. Right. Because that's not who we are in reality. And I'm always gonna be positive about what the next real Xbox fan is gonna do. Right. Hey, I'm here anytime you have any advice, because listen, I know what it is to be y'all. Like I've always said, I am y'all. That just because I'm doing this isn't making me different from you guys. I'm here to represent you guys. I sit back and I collect as much as I can in my mind. That's why I be so tired sometimes, because I don't go, look, check this out, man. I'm gonna let it be known, General, today.
All right.
I don't really go looking at articles anymore because they've all let me down. And we're gonna get into that. That's part of the subject because
we're gonna light it up. We're gonna light it up.
We're gonna light it up. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna light it up. The articles have what you would say bamboozled me.
They fanboys. They run by fanboys. The media is now run by fanboys.
Right. And listen, I've always said this. I don't mind the word fanboys. You can be a fan of whatever you like.
Yeah, but it's a different type of fanboy now. That means toxic, man. That means toxic.
Yes, we can break it. Or with the articles, it's a way you influence. Okay, yeah. They have a strong influence, but they're not for the culture, man. And I'm telling y'all right now, it thrills me. It makes me proud as one that's been in gaming, right? There's a lot of these guys that are in the articles, man, that went to colleges and they got journalism under their back. They like gaming and they got into that, but they're younger than me. They don't have the gaming experience or the gaming knowledge that I do along my way of walk. Every gamer has their way of walk, right?
Exactly.
So when I don't see a relation there, I don't deal with it. But there's one thing that I can always relate to, and that's the gaming streets.
Exactly.
Look, if y'all notice something about me, right? It doesn't matter if you like PlayStation or Nintendo. Y'all have never seen me on Twitter blocking people just because they don't think the way I think. You've never seen me go off my page attacking anybody because they don't stand for Xbox. Y'all ain't never seen the new legal do that. But what do? I stand on my ground. I stand in my yard. I stand on my post, and I speak to the Xbox community.
There you go.
And you know what? The General, because Technoblast ain't here with us today. But look at this mighty Microbox of X. And what's so funny about him today is because, brother, I was thinking about you today, man. I really was. And I hope that everything is going well with you, man, with your family. And while we're talking about families, I did say this. I'm glad because he sparked me for this. I want to give a shout out to David Bond. I asked him personally if I could give his mother a shout out on our channel today. She has passed away. He publicly addressed it to all of us on social media, those that are close to him. And we just say, David Bond, you made your mother proud, man. And we know by the way you acted, you love your mother, man. All of us, we only have one parent, one set of parents. That's the ones that help bring you into this world. You could get adopted parents, you can get surrogate parents or whatever, but you're only going to get the original, the ones that brought you in. That's your parents, man. That's the definition of a parent. So when you lose one, in which I haven't experienced, this is where the true gaming experience comes from, because there's some things deeper than gaming. This is just the reality of life, and we want to take some time on Di-RRec Gaming to commemorate and honor some of the people we know that may be dealing with some things with their families and things like that. We just want to say we think about y'all, man, and we care about y'all. And anytime, man, that you need a vent and get anything off your chest, man, you know you can reach us, bro. So we just want to say that, man. I don't go to these articles, y'all. I go to y'all. That's why I'm there. I be on Twitter and I be listening, man. I be looking and listening. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, some of the stuff that y'all say, it really pisses me off that it's not headline. Y'all got some of the stuff that can make articles, can make a wonderful place for gaming, because y'all aren't stupid. Y'all are not stupid by far, man. Y'all are some of the most smartest gamers I've ever known. And the sad part about it all, General, is that I can't thank all of them, because they are who feed us. You guys literally feed our narrative for our show. You guys are the driving force of Di-RRec Gaming. We wouldn't have all this energy and all this excitement if it wasn't for you guys. I want to make that clear, so you guys know exactly now where we get our energy, where we get our topics. is from the great inspirational Xbox community of the real Xbox fans.
That's
We
right.
hear y'all. I see y'all. I address it over to the general. Look, man, this dude said this, and I may be laughing, but that was a good point. We need to come on. We need to go on in and do a show. General hit me up. This is a sporadic show. General hit me up. 15 minutes, we're in. That's what we do. So I want to say that was 15 minutes of praising the entity called Xbox community and real gamers. If you're not an Xbox fan, but you're still here supporting us, we want to say thank you too. But it was all worth the while, y'all, to sit back for a minute and be grateful and be thankful for you guys. We don't do it enough. And we just want to say thank you guys, man. Now,
Thank you, Xbox community.
Now we fixing to get into it. You ready for your fries, General? Because I got my burger over here.
Let's go. I got some things to say. Let's go.
Got that daggum energy, man.
Nobody else gonna say it.
They got that energy. And I'm telling them to keep that energy. You better keep that energy.
Keep
because
that same energy, man.
All these years, right? Nobody complained. Nobody complained about Xbox.
Go on, brothers.
Games.
Go on, brother.
Their games are mediocre. Xbox doesn't do enough. They don't know how to market. I don't think Xbox will last long. Xbox is going to die off because Microsoft doesn't have the money to keep it running. The investors are going to leave. We've heard it all. Oh, Xbox ain't powerful. Xbox don't have the resolution. I mean, damn. Xbox can't fly. Xbox is blue. No, Xbox is pink. I saw Xbox in the ocean. I saw Xbox on the moon. You name it. That is probably the most dumbest crap you probably heard. We have heard it to the point where now we're just like, it's as if, you know, they don't think, I know they know now, but I think they really didn't think that Phil, Aaron, and the Xbox teams, Major Nelson, you know, Matt Booty, yep. all of them, all the guys and girls that make Xbox what it is, to the development teams of Xbox, you know, they've had to take stuff. They can't come out with something without the media dogging it out. You know, we've seen the phases, and these phases are something that are not imaginary. We saw it. We saw when Microsoft used to be so happy to tell us things, project things in the future for us, and then they kept getting tore down about it, kept getting beat up about it, to the point where we would literally tell Microsoft, stop showing your stuff. Stop showing your stuff. And they would listen. They stopped showing their stuff. You know, reveal it to us. They did their shows. Look at all the work that Microsoft did. They even brought XO back. They went and got Inside Xbox. Look, man, they're still doing. Major Nelson, man, still does Xbox Weekly.
Exactly.
That's weekly, y'all. Weekly.
Yep.
Weekly. You get Xbox news weekly with Major Nelson. Of course, the coronavirus slowed some things down, put some hardships on some things for everybody in this world. Hey, we want to pay our respects and dues to those who have lost their lives all around the world. People who are hurting out here. It's still unsafe. It's still a concern, right? So the way me and General and Technoblast look at this stuff is, hey, man, with all this doom and gloom going on in the world, when you come here to Di-RRec Gaming, man, you guys are taking a part of y'all's life to come chill with us. We're taking a part of our lives to come chill with y'all, and we're making each other important, right? So we ain't come here for games. We didn't come here for propaganda. We ain't come here for rumors. We ain't come here for all this, for specs over and over again. Nah, man. We came here because of you guys. And all the stuff you guys say that nobody pays attention to, Oh, you guys are nobodies, right? You know, hey, they don't have a platform, so what do they know? They're toxic. All they do is stay on Twitter, and they're toxic. They're not toxic. They're defenders. The Xbox community has always been defenders. Oh, we don't start it, but oh yeah, we gonna finish it.
That's right.
Hey, do we win all the wars? No. But here's one thing I love about the Xbox community. It's not a fake one, and it don't sway, and it calls out the ones who sway and don't stand tall. You know what? If you've been sitting up here going through it with Xbox since 2013, salute to you, because you're a real one and you know exactly how to do this thing called console wars. You stand tall, and see, when you stand tall and you voice your opinions, because that's what it's about, right? It's not always about clapping for everything Microsoft does. It's about being honest with them. You know, it's good to criticize, but have critique with it. Have some approach with your criticism. Let your criticism make sense at least. So now, General, we're at this point where all the narratives are weak now. They have pretty much ran their narratives to the grave. Yeah. And the one thing that I've been saying, y'all, and it makes me feel good that I see this little slogan or motto that I've been saying is starting to resonate. When I said big bank takes little bank, I meant that.
Anything goes.
I knew that, man, one day, because you will see it if you read what they say. If you get off all these other third contractual articles and you stick to Xbox articles and you follow them and you read what they got to say, you won't be so lost. You won't be so confused, because Xbox isn't confusing their consumers. They're not confusing their gamers, their community. They're not. Now, is Xbox perfect? Have they done everything right? No, of course not. But you know what? At least Xbox makes the adjustments. We got a feedback program. Hey, anytime you want to gripe, you don't have to go on social media to gripe. Go right up on your Xbox. You're supposed to be gaming, right? So your Xbox is on. Take a second, hit your Xbox button, go in there, send them some feedback. They've told you. We welcome it. We read all the feedback. So you wonder why Xbox is so great right now? Let me tell everybody out there that doesn't understand why Xbox is so great right now. Xbox is great right now because Xbox listens to their community. Yep. That's why it's great. We're shaping our own future along with them. There's going to be some things we don't know more than them because we're not with them. But then there's going to be some things they're going to share with us, and then there's going to be some things they're not going to share with us. But that's how it works. And the community of some kind of confidence in each other is how you keep growing the community. It's how you keep pushing forward with the community. You know, Techno Blast just wanted to say he's out with his kids. He's out in the park. See, we are men.
Yeah, family first, man. Family first, man.
You know, we're men here. You know, life is for real here. So you got people, and you know what's funny, man, is because when I was saying this stuff, they take you lightly. They don't ever take you serious. They don't take the streets serious. So I said a long time ago, I'm going to represent that voice. I'm going to represent the platform that doesn't have a platform. That's the gaming community. And so when I see YouTubers using their success in vain, they expect you to show up. Oh, you better show up. They expect you to give them money. Who are they, man? Why are you expecting that? Why are you not humble? Why don't you give back more than what you expect? Give back. Give more than what you expect, and then get the respect. True. You know, because when you start gaining too many followers and they're blinded, that's what hurts the community.
True.
We're not here to clout chase, because now you got people when the fire hits, when the pan hits that fire and starts heating up, test them, and you realize, man, this dude don't even know nothing about gaming. So how did he get so popular?
Most of them don't.
Got popular because being stupid is what's popular today in this generation. Look at up videos. Most videos are dumb. Most videos you see people doing stupid stuff. And so the stupidity is what people look at. They don't want to ever take nothing serious anymore. But there is a community that likes realness. There is a community that respects truth. Maybe a small community, but hey, to us, it's worth coming out for.
Exactly.
That small community is worth me coming out for. And you guys have been supporting us ounce by ounce, inch by inch, feet by feet, millimeter by millimeter, centimeter by centimeter, and that daggum Di-RRec gaming is just moving. It might move a little bit, but boy, it's moving. And it makes me feel good to know we're moving along with y'all. We don't want to take y'all for granted. We don't want to. That's why we here right now.
New legal, give me that mic now.
One second, General. You got these people who've been taking all that slander talk, all that nonsense talk, and I'm talking about the gaming industry. You know why they've held it so long? Because it helped build their brand. The stupidity stuff about Xbox helped build their brand. And the reason why they're shaky now is because now they know they're going to look foolish having to talk about the brand that they dissed and that they messed around with and that they were fake about all these years. Well, guess what, Xbox community? Now's the time more than ever. The time is now. You make that decision. Who's coming and who's being left behind? We got a new generation. You want that nonsense? Don't bring it. Pay it no attention. That's how you get them. You stop paying them any attention. You want that real gaming discussion? You bring it up. You have the power to dictate who shines and who doesn't. I just want to make that clear, y'all, before I pass this mic over to the general, because he's going to bomb it. You guys do. You guys are the key. And I just want to say, you guys are looking very good right now. Keep up the hard work and don't be afraid of nobody. Don't be afraid of nobody. They want you to think that, oh, you don't have a platform. You're only good for giving us our Patreon money, coming in, supporting us, giving us that view, and y'all shut up. That's what they think you're good for. Not over here on Di-RRec Gaming, baby. Not over here at Di-RRec Gaming. You are worth something over here. And check it out. We over here with our 13 views, General. We rocking today. Get that mic, baby. Let's go.
All right, so let's get to it, man. Let's get right to it, straight up. So let's get to the fact of people are so used to a nice Microsoft, right? The Aaron Greenberg with the refrigerator, Microsoft, they want to make fun of him, right? Aaron Greenberg, he smiles, he's happy at the conference or, you know, whatever games they showing. People like the nice Microsoft, right? They like Phil shaking hands. They like Phil Spencer congratulating Sony. They like, you know, congratulating Nintendo. They like that Microsoft. Or they're not going to like this Microsoft. Because this Microsoft now, with Satya Satella, the head dude, next to Phil Spencer and Maddie B and Aaron Greenberg and all these guys now, they've had enough. They've had enough of the Xbox has no games. They've had enough of the narrative. The Xbox is nothing. They've had enough of the narrative. If you don't think that Phil Spencer and Maddie B and Satya Satella, who is the boss man that writes the checks and makes the moves, you don't think they got pride in their product? Well, they just showed you. They just showed you. And New Legal was absolutely right. For years, 7 of them, count them, in 2013, every Xbox channel makes so much money because they make fun of Xbox. So many people left 360 and went to PlayStation because now they want to make fun of Xbox. So many media fanboys are working at IGN and GameSpot and Giant Bomb, and I keep naming them, Game Informer, and I keep naming them, N4G.com, I keep naming them, Kotaku, I keep naming them. But you can't make fun of Microsoft no more because Microsoft has had enough. I told you. It's a nice line by Fabulous on this song that he got, The Get Back. He's got a nice line that says, you woke up sleeping giants, Eli and them. Well, Microsoft is woke now, aren't they? Because the same people that made fun of Xbox say it has no games, and the same people that dance in the street when Sony gets a new exclusive, or they take this company and make this deal, or they took Final Fantasy 16 and made this deal, or they running around the whole industry trying to buy up third-party exclusives for 1 year so that it won't come on Xbox. Well, hallelujah. We got news for you. Because Satya Nadella, not Phil Spencer, he is the man that made that move on Bethesda. He's the one that put that in motion. And everybody, as an army and the generals, they follow. $7.5 billion to buy a parent company of one of the biggest third-party publishers ever. You ain't never going to see no move like that again. That was historical. That was absolutely historical. And now Xbox has no games, right? Xbox has no games. Took 9 exclusives and 8 studios, 2,300 developers. Those 2,300 developers are going to help the first party. Mind you, these are not independent studios. These are first-party studios, AAA status. So when Phil Spencer said he would fix the first party, he was damn right. And it's so interesting now, Xbox community, that we got a lot of bitching, we got a lot of moaning, we got a lot of crying that this is not fair, this is wrong, this shouldn't be allowed. They screaming foul. Oh, Microsoft can't compete, so they gotta go take a whole studio. You damn right. You damn right. Because there are no rules in business. There are no fairness in business. I am trying to sell a product. I am trying to make sure that my product is better than yours. Simple as that. My product is better than yours. We told you Game Pass is the future. We told you to your face, Ryan McCaffrey, that we are going to be the Netflix of gaming. You laughed. All of you laughed and snickered. Sat there on YouTube shows and sat there on Inside Gaming and Alana Pierce and all these people. They snickered and laughed. It'll never happen. Well, how you like us now? 15 million, over 15 million subscribers. And because of that Bethesda move, more than 15 million subscribers, probably almost at 20 on Game Pass. You know why you hate Phil Spencer? You know why you hate Microsoft? Because they're changing the gaming industry before your eyes. They are killing the old guard, and you do not like it. That is the Microsoft that me and New Legal like. And now New Legal, dance with me. I want to dance with me down memory lane. Remember the Xbox was called the bro shooter? Remember that?
Yep.
Remember it was the Racer shooter box? Remember that?
Yep.
Remember this? It's only Halo, Gears, and Forza. Remember that?
Yep.
Well, now it's Doom, Prey, Elder Scrolls. What else? Dishonored 1 and 2, Fallout, Elder Scrolls Online, Morrowind, and whatever else Bethesda got to offer. Because now it is under the Xbox Game Studios umbrella. On top of that, new IPs that will be made by those companies. So let me share some with IGN, and let me share some with every punk YouTuber that made so much money in their little Patreon for making fun of Xbox. They have had enough of your slander, and your worst nightmare is coming true. Microsoft has turned it around, and this is the biggest turnaround in gaming history. And yes, I've done my homework. There was a point where Microsoft, with Terry Myerson and Donnie D and all these old punks was talking about, you know, maybe we should sell off Xbox because it's just not worth it. But mind you, a kid from 1988, a kid that believed in this brand, a kid that loved this brand since the OG Xbox and the 360, you understand? He turned it around. Phil Spencer is a legend, not in gaming history, but in entertainment history. Do you understand? He is the face of the biggest brand of the world, Microsoft. And now Microsoft is ready to play ball. You know why, New Legal? I don't know if you heard. Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X sold out in Japan. Wow.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? Go look it up. Yes, go look it up. Yes, everybody go look it up.
Lying.
No, I ain't lying. I don't lie on this show. I speak the truth. You understand? I'm in my pulpit right now. I got my Bible open. I got my Bible of X. So all the time Microsoft fails in Japan, they sell out. Matter of fact, at the Tokyo Game Show, Microsoft was one of the standouts. And it's so interesting that xCloud is huge in Japan. It's so interesting that the Series S is a small console and that actually the Series X is a small console. It's not big and bulky. It's a rectangle. And that's how Asians and people overseas like their systems, because their living arrangements are a little bit more smaller than us. Your worst nightmare has come true. That 360 Microsoft, that OG old Xbox, when Halo first came out, Combat Evolved, with Blood Wake and Brute Force and all these other great games, J Empire, Star Wars Knight of the Republic, it's back. It's back. And they shaking in their boots. And they shaking in their boots right now. You should see them. You should see them on Beyond Podcast and IGN sitting there afraid because Lou Neagle was right. You all these years, you made fun of Xbox. Now you gotta pucker up, chick. Now you gotta pucker up. Now you gotta kiss the ring, as Biggie would say. You gotta kiss the ring. You gotta kiss the ring. You're gonna give us our respect. And let me tell you how we gonna play this. I want to have an exclusive. Y'all want to build studios? Cool. We went from 6 to 7 studios from 2016 to now we got 23. Oh, we can't beat y'all on the quality of the studios, y'all say. We don't have the same feng shui as far as the AAA factor. That's cool. We'll go take the parent company and get those developers to make our games even better. And let me explain something to you. These people that came from Bethesda, they're going to help with Fable. They're going to help with Gear 6. They're going to help with Avowed. They're going to help with everything. You are going to see the AAA status of Xbox reach its potential like you've never seen before. You understand? Now the narrative is not so funny, is it? It's not funny because, are they going to keep those games exclusive? You goddamn right we are. You damn right we are. What did I just read, New Legal? Sony is receiving a Metal Gear Solid remake for the PS5, exclusive. They're also receiving a Silent Hill remake, exclusive. Y'all want to play these games? Ratchet and Clank, God of War, Last of Us, all this stuff? We got games too. And not only do we got games, Microsoft is brilliant, because while it takes you 5 to 6 years or whatever it takes for you to make a game, we got enough studios to make sure a new AAA game is out in Game Pass every 30 days. You hear me, now, Xbox?
I want to come in right there. Great comment. I knew you would. I got you, Louis L. Don't worry. I got everybody up in here. Now, there's something that you said.
Yeah.
Because that's an exact plan. That's an exact plan that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
The plan is to get, I don't know if it's, now you can mark me, I could be wrong, okay? But here's the plan. I know this for sure. The plan is to keep us gaming all year long. All year long, right?
All year long, baby. Yep.
Now, there's going to be some great AA games in between these periods, like the general was saying. Okay, it takes what, 3 to 5 years for these big titles to come out, right? So if you can maximize that gap and put as many games in between that, you will never feel that length.
Exactly.
What I mean by that is, there's games like Plague of Innocence, right?
Yep.
Mind-blowing game. Excellent game. Looks like a third. Right.
Yeah.
Looks like a major third-party title. The way they designed that game and everything, the developers did a good job on that.
Exactly.
We also got games like Bright Memory Infinite, an indie game that looks like a freaking first studio party game.
They'll be there launch day. They'll be there launch day, baby. Yep. Right.
Those type of games Microsoft wants to put in between these gaps. There you go. Look at the streets right there. Look at the streets right here. Let me let this breathe for a minute. Let's give 10 seconds for Dirt real quick.
Yeah.
Because Dirt's been paying attention.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, General? These are the type of gamers we pay homage to.
But
these type of players right here that represent the Xbox community.
But Dirt has to understand there's 23 studios now. There's no need for 3 months for a AA. Do you understand?
No.
Game now.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
The 3 months for a AA means every 3 months a AA game is going to hit, because you got to understand these games are going to Game Pass. So they're not going to. When he says 3 months a AA, we're talking about a big AA, something that's going to be impactful, right?
Okay. All right.
Right. So that's going to give you 4 impactful AAs a year, on top of what 3. Like you said, we're building up these acquisitions. Yep. So you're gonna get a big game in the springtime, a big game in the summertime, and a big game in the wintertime, on top of, like Dirt was saying, at least 3 months of AA games. So that's what, 4 of them. How you don't have time? That's a total of 7 great impactful games a year.
And you see illegal, you see what really is the beauty of that is that now Halo could take its time. Forza Motorsport could take its time. Fable could take its time, because you have more IPs and more shall we say more what I'm trying to say, more stock, right? In Game Pass, your first party can take more time to make them even better. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's the beauty
exactly
of the
They're not.
Yeah.
I want to make a good stance right here.
All right.
Because this show was dedicated to the streets today. We're gonna do streets today too. Yeah. Radiant said the Xbox and PlayStation are not co-equals. Exactly. I don't understand why people. That's another narrative they ran with, right? Every time Xbox does something that's different, they want to make it out to be. It needs to be like PlayStation. It needs. No, it don't. Xbox needs to be like Xbox, because they are not equals. The industry got that reality check with the Bethesda purchase. Exactly. Xbox only problem was it being held back by Microsoft.
And he's right. And he's right, because now Microsoft is all in on gaming. That's their worst nightmare. That's their worst nightmare. And you see it on their faces, man. Like, yo, what's going on? We're not used to this. You better get used to it. And they said they're not done buying companies. They said they're not done.
No. Now watch this, y'all. To properly clean your house, right? To properly clean your house, you have to go on the proper steps. Yeah. You have to go on the proper steps. Notice I be hearing in the bushes, right? In the bushes, you got people in the bushes in these gaming streets that like to shoot little words out every now and then, right? And what I've been hearing is, oh, we haven't heard anything about VR. What happened to VR for Microsoft and all this other nonsense? Well, it's been quite clear that Microsoft is not worrying about VR.
Because VR is not a big market.
It's not a major market. And they are right. They don't feel like they need to put so much money into that. If they do, they do. But don't expect that to be their center focal point.
Yeah.
They need to build on something that they've never really took the time to do right. And that's to build up their third parties, build up their third party partnership. And here's the big key. Repair the broken relationships over in Japan. Now, why is that very, very important? Why is that so important, Xbox fans? Yep. Because if you haven't watched the Tokyo convention, go on YouTube and type it in and watch it. It's 2 hours long, but it's incredible.
Yep.
You have to pay Japan its due. They are great creators. They are very detailed animation workers. The Japanese can make a movie.
Very imaginative.
Look like a movie.
Yeah.
They're very imaginative. Yes, they are. You have to look at it. They are protective of their culture. And that has to do with the history of their people through time. You know, we read history a lot, and history is not always accurate because history doesn't portray the culture of things. You got to understand, Japan was one of those islands that were ran by what we would call emperors. Yeah. And an emperor is just another form of a dictator. A lot of these people may not have liked the emperor of their time, but they had no choice to live within the confined spaces of the laws that the emperors bring about.
Exactly.
Yes, we know about certain company dealings with people that are darker skinned, especially people of Black America. The treatment that they've received with certain Japanese companies. Now, watch how I do this. People who are smart, who have been in many places. I have been blessed to live and grow up on Guam. Guam is a little U.S. territory island close to Rhode Island of the Guamanian people who are Pacific Islanders. That I'm not too far from the Philippines. I'm not too far from Japan. I'm not too far from China, you know, and Thailand. That culture, I grew up in that culture. I watched cartoons like Trans-RZ. I watched Robotech. I grew up on all that good stuff, man. And when I moved, because my dad was in the military. So when we moved to the States, I was completely lost because I was used to seeing animation so detailed, so different. You know, it was just different animation, the way they went about in their culture. I had to make that change. But I've always respected the people of the Pacific Seas because I come from that. A part of my life comes from that.
Right.
Everybody over here, you can't stereotype everybody. That's just a fact. If you stereotype everybody, you're foolish. Okay. Yeah. What Phil Spencer did. Yeah. What Phil Spencer did on that show was incredible. Not only did he come in welcoming the Japanese culture and welcoming all these Japanese devs, but he showed you why they are important to Microsoft and why they are important to gaming. And when you embrace gaming that we all know as great gamers here today, we know that gaming and gamers have no color. We know there's no room for being prejudiced when gaming is involved. You know what? Let me tell y'all something about the beauty of gaming. Gaming has superseded sports. And what do you mean by that, New Legal? Sports sometimes gets intertangled with politics and cultural change and views. Well, what do you mean, New Legal? You still not you still lost us. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Being a Black man in this country, there was a time where Blacks couldn't play sports with white people. Blacks and whites couldn't play sports. There was a time when Blacks and whites couldn't eat together. There was a time where when you had a Black athlete, the Blacks had to sit on the side of the Black athlete, and the white people had to sit on the side of the white athletes. As a country, people, we were there. That's the truth of our country. Now watch this about gaming. There is not one time in gaming history that has ever existed. Gaming is the last dying breed and the first living entity to say, we don't care who you are, where you come from. I stand as gaming, and what I want in gaming is to adhere to your experiences. Gaming is about engaging in the experience of each and every individual it comes in contact with. That's gaming. And gaming at its best is shared and expressed within a community. Gaming was never intended to be alone. It was never intended for it to be just one person sharing this moment. It was always intended for everyone. Now notice, I didn't say, sir, everyone. Gaming was intended for everyone, just like movies. But see, gaming transcended movies because at one point, y'all, blacks had to sit up in a balcony. When they started letting blacks even come to watch movies in theaters, but when we were able to go in, we had to go up to the balcony.
Exactly.
Think about that. There has never been something that wasn't gaming that didn't affect us culturally as people, but it was stereotypic. There was actual segregation involved in it. Gaming never segregated us. That's the beauty of it all. You can game with whoever you want to game with because it doesn't matter as long as you stay within the guidelines of respect. And then y'all wonder why Phil Spencer is out here acting the way he's acting, because he's trying to lead by example. I told y'all in one of my previous videos that we all know Phil Spencer is much older than us. And Phil Spencer is of that generation, like my man, the Shermanators, you know, that was there in the birth of gaming. Yo, shout outs to the, here's gaming history. Shout outs to the black man who invented gaming cartridges for gaming. His son now was telling his story on Netflix. Go check it out.
Check out High Score on Netflix. High Score on Netflix is amazing. If you're a gamer, watch that.
That's it. Phil Spencer is letting you know that I don't have a problem because you like Nintendo games. I don't have a problem that you like PlayStation games. I don't have a problem that you like Stadia games. Hey, man, are you gaming? Yeah. Hey, man, all I want you to do is tell me your experiences. But what we don't like is fraudulent activity. Fraudulent activity has never been accepted in gaming history. Never. Nope. So we can always call out things. We can always compare things. There's nothing wrong with us comparing systems. That's not being toxic. That's the true console war. Hey man, I'm gonna buy Xbox because Xbox is doing this for me, while Sony is only doing this and this for me. It ain't worth it for me to go over there. That's not being toxic. That's not being negative. That's being real. That's letting me know as a consumer, at least you're paying attention on what you want to buy.
Unfortunately, in the YouTube world, that does not exist, what you just said. Facts. And that's the problem. That's the problem, yo. That is the absolute problem because what you
that
said
doesn't benefit their channel, General. It's like you said, for years, they saw that it was popular. They saw that the gaming media was pushing it. And look, they even infiltrated Metacritic and corrupted Metacritic.
Exactly.
To the point where Metacritic got corrupted. And we found all these things out this year.
Yeah, I don't believe in Metacritic. Yeah.
Now, do y'all really think that Metacritic, for it getting exposed this year, oh, it got caught? Man, it's been going on. It just got caught. It just got caught. And we have been telling y'all, we don't pay attention to Metacritic. Anytime you see people throwing zeros, dog, you didn't see none of these same people keep that same energy. Yeah. You didn't see none of them same people out here with their big mouths now because Xbox is gaining momentum and doing great things for the gaming culture and buying studios that we beloved. Oh no, they didn't come out like they coming out now. Oh, they just let it go. You know why? Because it benefited their platform. You know, listen, we're an all true Xbox platform, but do you see Di-RRec Gaming over here dogging out on the slide the Nintendo culture? Do you see Xbox over here dogging out the slide the PlayStation culture? Do you see Di-RRec Gaming over here dogging out the Stadia culture, the handheld culture? Or, oh, just because you're not an American, you don't belong in gaming? You don't hear that type of slidiness with Di-RRec Gaming, because we're gamers over here. When I get on Xbox, man, and I play video games, I play multiplayer games, you don't control who's on your team.
Exactly.
You get people all around the world who's playing that game that you like. Your job is to get in there, get in where you fit in, and share your experience with the next gamer. That's your job as a gamer. And in the meantime, guess what? You meet somebody, y'all friend up. Then y'all conform on how y'all play with each other. Now you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combo team, and you never knew that. Man, I would have still been knowing these guys 3, 4, 5 years later. What has ever been that more powerful to connect people than gaming? And I'm talking worldwide.
And that's what Phil Spencer's going to do.
Like the general come up on here with so much fury, because he gets tired of seeing all that stupid stuff. And he talked to me. He's called me. I'm betting on the Xbox community to stand up one day for itself. He told me this 2 years ago. The general is betting on y'all. Get your courage up. Buckle up. Tighten up your boots. And get out here and stand for your community. Y'all see the nonsense. Call it out. You see that y'all ain't being represented. Call it out. You see people that ain't talking what y'all talk. Call it out.
Call it out. Yep.
Call it out. Because that's the way you want it to change. Believe me, they gonna change when they see that y'all are taking a stance. Oh, because they gotta go where y'all go. Gotta go where y'all go. And now you got Japan praising Xbox. You know why you got Japan praising Xbox? It ain't just because it's Microsoft. Oh, and they got $1 trillion. That ain't what they're praising Microsoft about. They're praising Microsoft because Microsoft had the guts to go to their country, humble themselves in their country, sit down at their tables, eat their food, respect their culture. Because see, remember, respect is earned, not given.
Yep.
You go and present your games, your visions, your ideas. You bring along xCloud over there. And then you go to the ones that always had your back. We're thankful for y'all. You know, we never had the chance to really tell y'all how much we appreciate y'all. But now we're in a position to not just do that, but to show the world your greatness, unlike it's ever been shown before, because we created this right here. You see this Xbox Series X? Oh, yeah. You know how you guys love to be so detailed in your games? Oh, yeah. We got something for y'all. And we are delighted to see y'all's reaction. Put your game on this bad boy. Put it in here. We got some developing kits. We want to hear y'all's feedback when y'all get y'all hands on this bad boy. And man, when they got their hands on that bad boy, those Japanese developers couldn't believe their eyes.
Exactly. Exactly. But New Legal, shout out to Phil Spencer for getting us another launch day game, Samurai Spirits. It is a Samurai Showdown game that specifically is optimized for the Series X and Series S only. So, yeah, we got a fighting game on launch day.
It's beautiful, ain't it?
Yeah. Phil Spencer and his relationships, man. Everything that needs to be done, he has done. But Phil Spencer is the face of Xbox, bro. And he's friendly. He's inviting. He's very innovative. He cares. People feel that energy, man. That's why Xbox is turning around. And this whole fanboy toxic nonsense and all this other stuff is getting corny. Because now Xbox not only got his win back, it's about to destroy it. And let me make my point about it makes it destroy it. There's a rumor, and I sent you something new legal. You read it that night. It's kind of going around. Microsoft, it's a rumor, but it's really heating up that Microsoft already has purchased Sega. There's pictures out there you can see. You see the Japanese people having green drinks. You see one lady with her she's laying down on the desk with her head down. She's got an X symbol. You see these little things going on. So Microsoft, they're in plans to buy Sega. On top of that, here's another little nugget for my Xbox family. If you didn't know, Microsoft was at the table with Bungie, but the price was too high. And Bungie, they want to make a Destiny 3 or a brand new franchise, right? But Bungie told Microsoft that, well, we need support studios so that could help us build content for, how we build our expansion packs and stuff like that. That also was a reason why that Bethesda deal was done. Do not be surprised if Bungie come home. If they have Sega and Bungie, and I'm talking about Sega, Sega Sammy, Atlas, Persona, Yakuza, everything that you love over there, right? And they have Bungie come home, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
You have a strong case for Sega. You have a strong case on what you just said about Sega. Just off of this.
Yep.
Kenji Matsubara. We all know Kenji Matsubara. If I'm saying his name wrong, just forgive me.
Yeah.
But he's the president and the chief publishing officer. But
he retired.
He resigned from the company.
Yeah.
We don't. He actually. He departed for personal reasons. We don't know. They didn't address that because what's their personal reasons. But as of right now, they don't have a president or a chief publishing officer. So now, what the general is saying is, Microsoft they may not look. You could probably honor the fact that, hey, we'll get another president. But what if Microsoft moves in and becomes the ultimate publishing officers for all the Sega games? Just take over. Boom.
And see, that new legal is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But just to address Emmanuel A1, I don't think they'll buy Capcom because Capcom has too much of a tight relationship with Sony. So I think that's a real thing. Like, remember, Street Fighter is exclusive now to PlayStation. You're not going to see a Street Fighter on Xbox, yo, because Sony, they made that deal. Okay? So I don't think Capcom is possible. Sega, I think it is possible. But this is the thing, right? There was an old way of running companies. It don't make sense now. Times have changed. The way that company structure was and how things were, they don't exist now in 2020 going to 2021. And on top of that, I want any real gamer to think about this, right? What if Microsoft buying Sega keeps Sega around? Do you agree with me, New Legal?
I agree with you.
Because people got to understand, yo, all that money Persona made, it's not like Elder Scrolls money. Elder Scrolls sold over 30 Skyrim. Yes, I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. They sold over 30 million copies between PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Like, it's true. You can play Skyrim on your refrigerator. They made a version for the Switch, right? But Microsoft, they said, Jason Ronald, shout out to him. He got the coolest beard ever. He is also the architect behind Series X and Series S. He's the engineer. Microsoft is about gaming legacy. That's what they're about. They're about preserving gaming legacy. And, you got to understand, companies, they go out of business. And as a gaming fan, we don't want to lose Sega. We don't. Right? We don't want to lose Sega. So it's more than just, oh, we want this company. It's also keeping this company and its brand around. But like I was going to say, if we bought Sega and there's a new Sonic game, that's a sick Sonic game, and it's 60 frames per second while he's going through them loops and grabbing them gold coins and all this and that, it's exclusive. Yakuza becomes exclusive. persona becomes exclusive. They're not gonna like that, right? So my whole thing is that it's very simple. Is that Microsoft, they are coming with a new business structure that I really think the gaming industry hasn't had the balls or the power to do. That's why it's so shocking what's going on. And the thing about gamers, I say to New Legal all the time, he laughs at me. We as gamers live too much in nostalgia. We do not even think about the future. We still want these games for the 360 to be backwards compatible. We still want this game that came out on OG Xbox when you was 18 and you playing on a football team. You want that to be backwards compatible. Microsoft is looking at the future. Here's a real tidbit for you. I want you to think about this. Microsoft buys Sega. What if they tell Sega, we want you to create Scalebound? Whoa. Never thought about that, huh?
You right.
There's a reason. There's a reason for every chess move that's going on right now. But my whole beef is with all this bitching and moaning, and it's not cool to the Xbox community. And you look like a bunch of lames. Because I remember clearly, yo, I wanted to play Spider-Man. I had to get a PlayStation. You not only took Spider-Man, you took the rights to Spider-Man. And New Legal would agree with me on this. Ever since we were kids, New Legal, right? I'm talking about the high top days and black Bart Simpson shirts, right?
Right.
Spider-Man was on Sega Genesis, right?
That's right.
New Legal? Spider-Man was on Sega Genesis. Spider-Man was on Super Nintendo, right? People forget Maximum Carnage, one of the greatest games on Super Nintendo, right? Spider-Man was on Xbox. Spider-Man was on GameCube. Spider-Man was always a multi-plat thing. So here's my point, New Legal, because you love this, right? Yo. So it was a multi-plat game on every system. Full circle. You took Spider-Man. You took the rights because you own the movie rights to him and you have control of the property. Let's just call it what it is. So if you took Spider-Man and Xbox gamers can't play Spider-Man, or we can't even play Spider-Mans on the Avengers because it's locked behind your ecosystem, why you bitching about Elder Scrolls? Why you getting nervous about Starfield? Why you getting nervous about the next Fallout? It's the same exact thing. Keep that same energy. If you're going to dance in the street talking about, oh, Xbox gamers, get over it. It's just business. It ain't nothing personal. Sony wins. Well. The shoe is on the other foot. Because now, all those games that was multi-plat, same thing, full circle. All those games that was on every system, all those games that was played on every third party, they're gone now, and they're behind the Xbox umbrella. It's just business. Remember you told us that? It's just business. Get over it, Xbox gamers. Remember that? Remember that? How come you can't take your own device? How come you can't take your own device?
Rob McCappy said that loud and proudly, coming out wanting to fight the Xbox community over something we ain't really tripped about. We've never tripped about it. And I was like, wow, man, we're sitting here trying to enjoy every news that we can get about the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S and the games that Microsoft was doing. And we got this guy coming out, feeling himself, coming out with some make-believe stuff, man, just get some hype going. And it was really corny, man. And as you can see, now notice, for one, notice how I'm keeping Emmanuel A1's comment up there is for a reason. I'm going to get to that. But notice how he had 3,000 plus followers again off that comment. These are the things I'm talking about, y'all. These are the things I'm talking about. Now, how do you follow something that stupid? How do you, it's just blind, it's just because it's him. Oh, so we're just going to like it. Because why? He's talking about the Xbox community. So we're going to give him all kind of support. Y'all have, I mean, this is what it is, y'all. it was dumb to even post that. Later on, he made a fool out of himself. It was not even exclusive. What are you talking about? But hold on, gentlemen.
Check this out, right? The same man that came out and said, "Oh, I know what tweet you're talking about. Oh, Final Fantasy 16, Sony got it. Oh, Xbox fans, that's a big one." You come out on lock with a shock on your face, and you got to talk about with your compadres that Microsoft just bought Bethesda and ZeniMax, the parent company. Right. My thing was, where was the same energy? How come we ain't get a tweet? How come you ain't say, "Oh, Sony gamers"? How come you ain't say, "Oh, Sony gamers, Microsoft, oh my God, they bought Bethesda"? How come we don't get that same energy? How come we don't get that same love?
Because we know why, man. We know why. Exactly. It came, but I'm going to show you how it came, y'all. It did come.
You know what's sad, New Legal? He's got a show called Xbox Unlocked.
That propaganda.
I always said there are wolves in sheep clothing, and Ryan McCaffrey is one of them. Period.
You can say your Xbox all day, but you're not repping these streets. Listen, man, listen. Before I forget this. Before I forget this.
All right.
You said something about him talking about the Xbox community. Yeah. Then you talked about it coming backfiring on him. Well, but then you said they didn't give you the same, they didn't speak about it or give us the same energy. No, they didn't give us the same energy, but they spoke about it. And you said, why come we couldn't get that praise? Exactly. Here's how it came back to us, man. Here's how it came back to us. I'm going to let you know because you're not on Twitter.
All right.
They all did the same thing. They all came back. They either changed their original statement or they came back in a way like, okay, man, good job for Xbox. Great job for them. Now many people will be able to experience the game. Like, duh. Like, you're not saying anything. Like, look, man, we got the games. The joke's on you clowns. And we know y'all feel stupid. We really don't need y'all speaking about us. But hey, man, look, at the end of the day, we got the games now. We're about to enjoy them. And we're not even worrying about y'all. See, that's the thing, man. You got to stop worrying about these clowns because they built a kingdom off of narratives. And I'm so glad now that it's coming out. I'm so glad that people are seeing blinded followers. So look, you see these YouTube followers with a whole lot of people. They're blinded followers. Now you see that. Now it's not everybody. We're not being stereotypic. Look, when you're very successful, you're going to gain a whole lot of people and you won't be able to control it all. We understand it. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But like the general said, okay, we do see certain things. And when you're that big and you're not humble, it shows. When you're expecting things from people and you're that big, it shows. The way you never give back, it shows. The way you're always expecting something, it shows. So when you're doing all of that, it only tells us one thing. And I'm putting out the mysteries. It only tells us one thing. That you got blinded followers, that you're stuck up on yourself, that you're not grateful, and that you think the success that you bring to the table today came upon yourself. Well, either New League are going to say, no, no, no. You didn't get here on yourself. You got here off the backs of the community of gamers who think you're real, who are blinded by your schemes, who think that you are the voice of everybody. You're not the voice of everybody. You're just the voice of your little community. And yes, I said little because there's billions of gamers. So if you got 10,000 people that look at you, you're in the mighty crumbs of society and the gaming industry. Unless you're in the millions, and even when you hit the millions, you're at that 1%. Just that 1%. Yep. Think about that. So if you're under the millions, you're in the fraction area. Nobody that's under the millions, why are you thinking that you're it? You're not it. We're talking YouTube. Millions upon millions watch and use YouTube. If you're in the thousands, why are we talking? It was like Jay-Z said, you're in the thousands. I'm looking for the M's. You looking for the G's. I'm looking for the M's. I'm trying to get to those B's. See, the millionaires are trying to get to the billionaires. The billionaires are trying to get to the trillionaires. The hundreds are trying to get to the grands. You see that? And the ones are trying to get to the hundreds. So you see the scale? It's the one, it's the grands, it's the hundreds, it's the thousands, it's the millions, then it's the billions, and it's the trillions. There's 7 levels to this. So think about it. If you're in the grands, ones, 100 grand, you're only in the 3rd tier. You're not even in the halfway mark of it all. You're not even in the halfway mark of it all. Y'all better start demanding people to be more humble. Because see, that's the one thing that I love being at the ones. I'm in the ones department. I ain't even in the grands. I ain't even made it to level 2 yet. But you want to know what's beautiful being way down here? What's beautiful being way down here is that I can express myself in the purest form. I don't have to worry about handouts and making people mad, selling out so I can get this game. Oh, let me review this. Oh, look, I've been lap dancing for you. Can I get a new system? I've been prostituting for you. Can I get a new headset? You're not seen down here. So I'm to build my channel or build my essence with the people who helped build it off of propaganda. The Xbox Live community helped build this channel. That's facts. Now, I want to say this real quick, General, because you touched the subject. When you said that Street Fighter is exclusive to Sony, I want to stand corrected for you. Okay. Street Fighter 5 is exclusive to Sony.
Oh, okay. I was reading this article. My bad. Okay.
No, it's fine. But the Street Fighter games are not. We've got all Street Fighter games except Street Fighter 5. And Emmanuel said a great thing.
Right.
Or hold on. Who was it?
Emmanuel,
no, it was.
Yeah.
No. It was somebody talking about. Yeah. It's him. Okay, I had to read it. Capcom was still almost bankrupt. That is correct. People fail to not remember that.
Yeah.
And remember, when they dropped that game, it didn't even hit 750,000. It barely went gold, meaning 500,000. We talk about music. It barely went gold, right? This is worldwide, people. Street Fighter 5 release was a catastrophe.
It was.
To the point where there was a deal made. And I could be right, I could be wrong, but I've read it before. It could be wrong. That's what I'm saying, these articles, man. But it was like Capcom had to reach at least 2 million, had to sell at least 2 million to get like their bonus or whatever, to get their reward from Sony. I don't know if that's true or not, but the fact that they didn't even get a little, they got a little bit over 500,000 worldwide. Sony was just like, hey, you didn't sell. So, you know, it was kind of like they were handcuffed. So I do remember them having to reach out, ask investors and stuff for money. This is true. He's not lying about that.
Resident Evil 7 brought them back. That's what they said. Resident Evil 7 brought them back.
And you remember why they were putting out the remakes? He's not lying. They had to put out remakes. That was to fund Street Fighter 5. And then look how long it took. 2 years later, they put everything together, and then they're gonna resell it. Dog, they literally resold the game again, y'all. They resold this game. Now, I want to say something about Street Fighter 6. There is talks about Street Fighter 6, right? There's something going on with the way the rumor is that it's supposed to be releasing sometime next year.
I don't think so.
But Capcom has not came out with no time frame at all. But there is an insider. This is I want to read this out. There is an insider that talked about the brawler, it says, saying that Capcom has delayed itself out to 2021 following bad decisions from the game's producer, Yoshinori Ono. Apparently, the producer has focused too much on a team mechanic within the game, and this did not sit well internally. So you got an internal problem going on with Capcom. As such, Capcom decided to demote Ono and put someone else in charge of the development to fix the title, putting the game in the oven for another year.
Yeah,
so
she's a female. She's a female. I forgot her name, but she's a female. Yeah.
Now watch this. As Capcom is trending the Street Fighter stuff, though, I'm not really, he's saying I'm not really a Street Fighter, blah, blah, blah. But I can mention, I know the reason for the unexpected Street Fighter 5 season pass. Does Gollum writes, the most basic gist of it is that Street Fighter 6 was supposed to release next year.
Yeah.
So there you go, people. Now, I want to leave it at that, just to let everybody know that's what's going on. Now, to those who think that Street Fighter 6 is just going to be exclusive to PlayStation 5, there are strong cases now. That's not the case anymore. Here's why. In most cases, what they're hearing is that Capcom is building their games for next generation from this point on, moving forward, right? And
yeah,
they're building games.
They reneged on that, though, New Legal, which disappoints me.
Okay. So here it goes. It says this means we're going to be seeing Capcom games being built in the engine arriving on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. To that end, we're expecting Street Fighter 6 or VI to release fairly early in the next generation. Okay? The series migrated to the RE engine will be something truly special. The Street Fighter 5 already looks amazing and is supported blah, 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 But just think of the difference between Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 7, and then that jump again in Resident Evil 2 remake, thanks to the iterations made by the RE engine. So what they're hearing is that now they basically went back. They stopped they put a pause on it because Street Fighter 6 is supposed to be coming out, but now they demoted Ono. They got a new developer. You said it's a female. They're going back. They're getting this thing all fixed, putting the tweaks and the twerks all in the game, getting it to look real nice, getting it to be a classical Street Fighter game. And now it's looking like the game might possibly come out late 2022, but they said this game is going to be for next generational consoles. So there is a strong sense that if Street Fighter emerges back on Xbox, it's going to return to its greatness. The Evo Sports Fighting Tournaments will return back to its greatness, because we all saw what happened when Street Fighter 5 went to be in the tournaments. It crashed. It was a disaster. And they had to go back to the Xbox 360 and get Xbox Live back up to continue the battle. These are facts. Not spitting no lies. These are facts.
True.
So that leaves it open. That leaves it open, y'all. We don't really know, but I just wanted to put that out there. It's open. So the future, if you bring Street Fighter to Xbox, right? That means Xbox pretty much took all the fighting games. They got Killer Instinct. Yeah. Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, Samurai Showdown. What's the other one? The one that came out. Soul Calibur. There you go.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah. You're right. These are all facts, man. We don't play that stuff here. And we're here to build the Xbox community up with facts and things that we speak from eternally. We're not speaking this stuff, because it's the trend. Nah, man, when we make our shows, we speak from our heart.
Exactly.
General.
Yep.
There's a big movement coming.
Okay.
It's called video games on Xbox. Woo! General, there's a lot of people upset about that. There you go, Jerry. There's a lot of haters and fans in denial. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is, man. It's the streets talking.
Well, no legal. I'll tell you this, man. I said it when this show first started.
Right, Fireball. Brace yourselves.
I said, y'all had 7 years of chuckling and jiving and dancing with fried chicken and watermelon in your mouth and all this other stuff, man, for real. The game is over, bro. Like, Microsoft, like, understand when I say this, right? Not the Xbox division. Microsoft is behind Phil Spencer and Xbox, and they're all in on gaming. Yes, they got Word. Yes, they got all these other things. And yes, they got all these programs. But finally, Microsoft understands that the Xbox is going to lead Microsoft's future. They're all in, man. They're all in. And yeah, these people are nervous, man, because like you said, their narratives go away. And I've been said it, New Legal. The worst time in this industry for them was the 360. It killed them, New Legal.
That's
on G4.
right.
It killed them on G4. It killed them on so many of these shows, you know, way back when, you know, more cable based and everything. But they had to talk about the 360, and they just couldn't understand how the PS3 was so far behind. They just couldn't. It killed them to talk about that. So that's why me and Legal have this running joke that the industry sold the PS4. The industry sold the PS4.
That's it.
It did. But man, oh man, oh man, Microsoft got a lot of games. Matter of fact, let us do a Game Pass review. In Game Pass, we have Destiny 2 that just dropped, along with Shadowkeep and Forsaken. We have this really cool action adventure game called Night in the Woods. And I think that's it. Yeah. But hey, Microsoft, whether it's AA, whether it's indies, whether it's AAA, yo, they're going to keep dropping games. And the thing is, their competitors, whether it's Nintendo or Sony, they can't keep up. They can't keep up. They can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? They can't keep up at all. They can't keep up at all. And that's the thing that the industry is starting to see now. It was cool to make fun of Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, with Quantum Break. Oh, this game is 1080p or whatever, this and that. Yo.
Right there, right. Yep.
And it's like, yo, like, I just watched the trailer. I don't know if everybody's aware of it, but I watched the trailer for a game coming out in November. Now, it won't be in Game Pass. The actual multiplayer mode will be in Game Pass. It's called Crossfire X. Crossfire X, the campaign looks insane. It looks absolutely insane, bro. And I'm like, yo, I can't wait to play this. I cannot wait to play this. The one thing that people got to understand about Microsoft, they've done their homework. They want to give gamers new experiences. They want to give us new franchises. I'm sorry, I'll say it as the general, and I don't care how anybody feels. That God of War, that Ratchet and Clank, that Spider-Man is getting real stale. Because we've seen it all before, yo. We've seen it all before. No innovation, nothing pushing nothing forward, nothing to make your eyes bug out, right?
Right.
We've seen it before, yo. It's like, yo, Microsoft is coming with some new stuff. Like, yo, if y'all haven't looked at Bright Memory, God, good.
That's
God,
crazy,
man. Like, yo,
that game looks amazing.
It looks amazing, and it's done by one dude, yo. One dude, and that's
you'll see him. And you'll see him if you watch the Tokyo event. You get to see this guy, man. He's a young guy.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sit down and watch it. I'm gonna sit down.
You're using pistols, using automatics, and you're using swords, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this guy. You know what, man? I'm really rooting for him. As a matter of fact, he's the John Morant, right? He's the John Morant of the gaming industry right now.
Yeah,
he's rookie of the year. Get this guy.
What is it, Fillet Studios or something like that?
Yeah, give this guy an award, man. He deserves one guy. Yeah, man, that's amazing. And if you, here's my opinion. Microsoft, scoop that guy up, man. His manipulation is ridiculous. Get some people around him, and let's get this guy going, man. Let's get this guy going.
But New Legal, let me drop another tidbit if you haven't thought about it. In that Bethesda deal, they got their first Japanese company called Tango Works. Tango Works made the game Ghostwire Tokyo, which they did a time exclusive deal with PS5, right?
Okay. Right.
The head man of that studio is the original creator of Resident Evil. I believe his name is Shin Majikazami. Yeah, Shin Majikazami. He's under Microsoft umbrella now. Who's to say Microsoft is going to take Tango Works and make that studio even bigger? Who's to
You're
say
right.
they might take him and make their own Japanese studio and he's the head of it?
That's
Yo, it's
true.
so much stuff coming right now, bro, down the pipe. It's hard to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the media really thought that, and they ran with this joke for a long time because I told people in the mansion, I don't care. I don't find the Craig memes funny. I don't find you making fun of Halo Infinite funny. I don't find it
Right.
funny at all because that's our flagship. But you know what? That's a blessing in disguise that that game didn't come out right because
And
now
notice how
take
they dodging
time.
that game chorus. Boy, they
Yep.
like to dodge that game chorus, but that chorus is looking real good. And what's up with that Perfect Dark movie supposed to be in production? With
Oh, so
Scarlett Johansson might be the actress.
so
What's up with
so
that?
so so newsflash, right? This is how much Microsoft is all in. There's going to be a Perfect Dark movie, right? Based on Joanna Dark. And if I'm right, Scarlett Johansson, she's very interested in doing this.
Right.
Yo, there's a Halo TV show coming next year on Showtime. This is their worst nightmare, New Legal. Microsoft is awoke. They're ready, and they figured out their own strategic plan of business. And the one thing about
Right.
Microsoft is they're ahead of the curve. And now you got Nintendo and you got Sony looking like, yo, this can't be. What? They did what?
That's it. That's funny you was thinking about Halo Infinite because I was too. Crazy. Coincidence.
Exactly.
And I was just about to say this. And on top of that,
Yep.
one big happy year next year with the Halo 20th anniversary situation. I see it coming.
Also, yep.
I see it coming.
Yeah, I think so too. And the original
Yep.
dude, Joseph Staten, who was part of the Halo team, he came back to take over that franchise. He came back to take over that franchise. And he just got finished doing Tell Me Why, which I got to play because I like those interactive games.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is Phil Spencer's relationships are amazing. Understand this. Matty B came from Midway. Understand? For real old gamers, you remember who Midway was. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So Matty B came from there. Like Phil Spencer is building an army. Daryl Gallagher, the man behind, you know what I'm saying? All the Tomb Raider reboots and all these great action games, yo. He's in charge of the initiative.
Show your knowledge, General. Say them names. Say them names, bro.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that about
Daryl Gallagher, he is the president of the initiative.
Put some respect on the general.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, Microsoft is not only snatching studios, and Radiance 96, you are absolutely correct. They now own the Orion technology after Bethesda purchase, and it would improve xCloud. And Microsoft is smart because look who got a cloud gaming service, Amazon. And Phil Spencer, through all this console war stuff, through all this people getting mad, is Phil Spencer the man for the job? I don't know. What is Xbox doing? He saw what we couldn't see. Sometimes as gamers, man, I hate to say it, we need to shut the F up and play games. Leave the business to the big boys. You do not understand business. It's okay for you to speak your piece, but don't speak about big business because you don't understand how it works. Phil Spencer saw all this coming. Phil Spencer came out on an interview and said he don't look at Sony as competition. He respects them, but he's more worried about Amazon and Google. And boy, was he right. So let me give you a real nugget. What if it was Google that snatched Bethesda? Now you gotta get Stadia to play all those games. Y'all don't think about stuff like that, do you? And the moves that Microsoft makes, right? And the moves that Microsoft make, it's not just about games. It's about preserving gaming legacy. And the league, I don't know if you watched it. There's a nice 14-minute interview with Larry Herb and Todd Howard and Peter Hines and Phil Spencer. And they really talk about how far they go back in history. And as far as you know, Microsoft helped Elder Scroll, Morrowind, Elder Scroll Morrowind. Yeah. There was a lady there that actually helped Bethesda understand about double memory to make that game work on the OG Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They go back
That's
that
right.
far, yo. And it's a great interview, New League. But trust me, 14 minutes is really good. These guys are friends, man. These guys are friends, man. So
That's
it's like,
right.
yo, why wouldn't you want to go into business with your guy? Because your guy, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna make it all right for you. And now think about this, New Legal, for the general and his gaming knowledge. What was the one complaint about Bethesda? All the games are buggy. Remember that? All the games are buggy. This and that. Yeah, we love Bethesda, but the games are buggy. That's not gonna happen no more. Did you read, New Legal, that since coming to Microsoft now, Starfield is running on a brand new engine for next generation? How do you think that?
Right. And you want to know something?
Yeah.
You want to know something to your regard? To everybody that thinks, man, that Microsoft isn't really connecting the dots with their relationships and even on our land and across the waters, right?
Yeah.
It's a shooting collection, and I'm a shoot 'em up, man. I'm a swamp nut. You hear me?
Yep.
Like, I love my shoot 'em ups, man.
Yeah.
Sakayo shooting collection announced for the Xbox One. Do y'all don't understand how big that is?
I know what you're getting to. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The collection will include the following Sakio series shoot 'em up titles: Dragon Blaze, Gunbird, Gunbird 2, Gunbird, Samurai Aces, Samurai Aces 3, Soul Divide, Strikers 1945, Strikers 1945 2, Strikers 1945 3, Tenjai Zero Gunner 2. None of this stuff, man, would have been coming to Xbox if they thought there's not a great shoot 'em up fanship on Xbox. They're not putting their games somewhere where they think their games can't survive.
Exactly.
Death Smiles 1 and 2 coming to the Xbox.
Yep.
Look, y'all, these are shoot 'em ups. And let me tell y'all about shoot 'em ups. You might think they corny,
man. Yep.
Oh, yes. Shoot 'em ups is a big deal. My man Jason Robinson in the building. It feels so good to see you today, man. Feels good to see you, man. You've been supporting me. Me and Jason Robinson known each other for years, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you in good health. And stay safe out here, man. It's good to see you. Thanks to everybody that's coming out with us today. Y'all might
Jason
think,
Robinson, what up? What up?
Yep. Y'all might think these shoot 'em ups are not really a big deal. Let me tell you something about
New Legal. You forgetting the final one. There's one that's coming. That's
yeah,
gonna,
don't
forget that one.
Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah. Let me finish this sentence out. Then we're gonna get to that bad boy. I'm glad you reminded me. How dumb am I? How dumb am I? Bro, people think shoot 'em ups, it's not a big deal. Let me tell you something. Shoot 'em ups it's so impactful that they have their own culture, but it's to the point where shoot 'em ups are one of the variety of games, and I want y'all to remember these words, that do not lose their value.
Nope.
You can get a shoot 'em up 1989. Guess how much you gonna pay? You gonna pay $39.99, $49.99 for that bad boy.
There you go.
Because shoot 'em ups have went everywhere. They started in arcades.
I believe rating 5 is $39.99, something like that. Yep.
Facts. Yep. They originated off of the arcades to the consoles, from the consoles to the mobile. They really thrive from mobile, PC. Shoot 'em ups.
Life Force by Konami, Thunder Force.
That's right.
Yep.
To be able to get in a ship, have infinite gun power, power up, where your missiles and beams and everything just light up the whole screen. You can, it's nothing like it. The bullets are everywhere. They're the only thing like that. Shoot 'em up, where you just go ballistic with shooting. The beautiful thing that I saw, man, that didn't know the general. The beautiful thing that I saw is my baby is coming home. Ooh. Oh, my baby grew up. Could not believe this. I was watching the Tokyo event when I
and it
saw it.
feels so good.
Oh man, it was so sweet to see this.
Reunited and misunderstood.
Facts.
It's one
Facts.
thing that
Man, to be reunited with the legendary, the kingpin, the godfather of shoot 'em up.
say it for the people out there.
Man, the legendary godfather of shoot 'em ups is coming to the Xbox Series X.
Spring 2021.
The only R-Type series, the sequel, R-Type 2. I lost it, man. I lost it. I don't care if R-Type is going for 99 bucks. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Because y'all don't know how significant R-Type is to me as a gamer. Let me tell you how significant R-Type is to me for a gamer. Here's how significant it was. I bought the Sega Genesis, right?
Woo!
Here's
Going back.
Three games. Here were the 3 games that were a must. 3 games that were a must. That's right. Yo, it was Sonic the Hedgehog, Joe Montana football. You're right. Joe Montana's football was one.
Football. Yep. Sports talk football.
Shinobi.
Yep.
Ultra Beast, Thunderblade.
Yep.
Outrun.
Yep.
Alex Kidd in Wonderland.
Yep.
Or you can just say all the Alex Kidd adventures.
Yeah.
And R-Type. If you didn't have those 8 type of games, be there or be square. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't even want to come and play on your Sega Genesis if you didn't have one of those games. You had to have one of those 8s. Those 8s were the greats for Sega Genesis. And R-Type was the legendary shoot 'em up game for the Sega Genesis. It was iconic, man. And I love that game. That's right. Trumps have a big, bro, that following is galactic, man. It's galactic. And they take their shoot 'em up seriously.
Yeah,
You're
man.
talking about these people.
Bullet
these people, they do stuff like, I'm gonna beat the game without getting hit by a bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that.
Crazy. Yeah, exactly.
When they get bored, that's the type of stuff they do. They're on another level. But I love R-Type. I love that it's going back. Thank you, General, for even reminding me.
Yes, sir.
That was a heavy hitter. So if y'all don't think that Xbox is going back to being beautiful again, it's being culturalized, it's being cultivated with diversity, it's being exciting again. The X on everything that you mentioned is here. You can be extraordinary, excited, pure excellence. I don't even know, exuberating. You name it, you put an X in front of it, and it's here. I told everybody, I warned everybody, and I tried to be nice to everybody, regardless of people want to hear me or not. But the new legal has a way of saying things that a lot of people just don't say. A lot of people just don't feel it because it's not in them. The propaganda is what they're about. But I said something long time ago. And if you notice my trend, I'm always saying I said something a long time ago. That's typically the case for us over at Di-RRec Game.
Because we're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the curve. We're ahead of the curve.
That's right. That's right. We speak from the heart. I said something that is now coming to the light. It's going to come a time where you look. I like to say this in a presidential form. It's come a time wherever you look, wherever you go, and when you start talking about gaming, and when you mention gaming, remember that the new legal said this. Wherever you see gaming and wherever they mention gaming, they're going to have to speak about Xbox.
Yep.
That's one of the most beautiful phrases I've ever said. And you know what? It's the truth.
And look at this week. CNN, NBC, MSNBC, CNN.net, all these other business channels, because what they did, not just for gaming, but they made a business move that was unheard of. And here's a good point, New Legal. Follow me on this. Every news channel was talking about that $7.5 billion deal, talking about Bethesda. And what did they keep on saying? And this holiday, Microsoft's new system, the Xbox Series X, or you can get the S for $299. It's self-promotion, bro. It's a chess move that just is straight checkmate, yo. You took all the mind share. Mind you, New Legal, before that Bethesda deal, I think anybody could have walked into a GameStop or went online and got an Xbox. But when people saw that Bethesda was bought, the pre-orders went through the roof. A lot of people couldn't get their Xboxes still. Some people I see getting Xboxes. Now they getting, I don't know if you got the email that you might not receive yours on launch day due to high demand, but it will be there eventually.
I got mine, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, yo, New Legal, I went to work.
That game is going to be ready for the 10th.
New Legal, I went to work, right? I leave for work like 6 in the morning, right? There were people with chairs in front of GameStop already, yo, trying to get their Series X or their Series S. The store doesn't open to 12. You feel me?
I feel you.
That is the genius of that Bethesda move. And Microsoft was smart. They let Sony do their little conference. They let all the backlash come with, they lied to us and this and that. Microsoft was smart. They dropped that the day before those pre-orders went. And also, New Legal, we still got a Game Pass showcase that's coming. That's going to talk about what we're going to have in launch day in Game Pass. And they haven't even done that yet because they still got stuff to show. They still got stuff to show about NXI. They still got stuff to show about Initiative. They still got stuff to show about Compulsion Games, what they working on. Bro, it's a beautiful time to be an Xbox gamer because right now those narratives are quiet, and right now we have nothing but games coming. There's so many games, bro. You got to find time to play these games, whether it's on xCloud, through your phone, or your tablet, or your laptop, or your PC, or your One X right now. There's games everywhere, man. Game Pass is full of games, man.
You're right. It's full of it. You know what else is a new slogan? They used to say Xbox has no games, right?
Yep.
It's a new slogan. Xbox has way too many games.
Exactly.
Too many games, we don't even know what to do now.
Right. And now, we always said, New Legal, they want our exclusives. Now they screaming in the streets, well, it's not fair for you to make these games exclusive to your ecosystem. Tell Sony that, yo. Because I can't play, tell Nintendo that. I can't play Mario Galaxy on my Xbox.
You know what, Tom? Take your time. You know what? I'm putting you on, I'm rewinding you. Repeat that for the people in the back.
Okay. Now they are screaming in the gaming streets that it's unfair that you're going to take these Bethesda great properties and make them exclusive to Xbox. But you go tell Nintendo that I can't play Mario Galaxy on my Xbox One X. Tell Sony that I can't play Spider-Man on my Xbox One X. I have to go into their ecosystem. So why is it a problem coming to our ecosystem? And let me say something. Here's a fun fact.
Wait a minute. I gotta rewind you one more time. There's somebody way back there that raised their hand. I didn't hear. Say that one more time for that guy in the back corner over there. One more time, General.
Okay, one more time. Now in the gaming streets, they are screaming that it is unfair for you to take these Bethesda games and make them exclusive to your ecosystem in one platform. Tell Nintendo that, because I can't play Mario Galaxy on my Xbox One X, and tell Sony that, because I can't play Spider-Man on my Xbox One X. Why is it a problem for Microsoft to have their exclusives? And let me say this, New Legal, because this has to be said. There's a lot of YouTubers out there saying that Microsoft should do the right thing. I'm talking about Xbox channels too. And they should put
Exactly.
everything,
You know, going with the trend, of course.
they should put
Yes,
everything, they should put everything on all platforms so they could make that money. If they don't, they're missing out on money. New Legal, please like my cigar for what I'm about to say, because it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings.
Say what the streets say, fam. Just say what they say. You know what we got to say about that. Let me light you up.
We just spent 7.5 billion on a parent company. You think we're gonna care if we don't got no PlayStation money? And then let me share something else with you. Here's another thing that hurts your feelings as I take another puff of this big old stogie. Sony as a company is worth $6.2 billion. If we really wanted to, if it came down to it, Microsoft could buy Sony like that with no problem. But nobody on IG, nobody want to talk about the realness that I'm about to talk about. And here's another fun fact. If we put Elder Scrolls or any of those games on PlayStation, we have to give them a 30% fee because we're on their ecosystem. So we'll take 70% and they'll take 30%. Nah, that's hustling backwards. You want to play these games? You come into Game Pass. You come in, or you get a PC and come on Game Pass PC. Or you come into Game Pass, Ultimate, whatever, and you play it through xCloud. We are not putting our games on your platform. That's not happening. And that narrative needs to stop right now because it's all good when you got Animal Crossing and Mario Galaxy and Mario 64 and Breath of the Wild and all this Zelda stuff, Kirby 3D, Yoshi Egg Island. I can't play that on my Xbox. I have to go buy a Nintendo and enjoy that game in that ecosystem. So let me say this for the industry. Let me say this for every gamer and for every donkey out there. If you want to play Starfield, you come in the Xbox or PC. You want to play the new Elder Scrolls, you're coming to Xbox or PC. You want to play the next Prey, or you want to play Fallout, the next one, or you want to play Dishonored 3, or whatever it is, you're coming to Xbox or PC. Stop groveling. Stop getting in your feelings because it ain't fair. Keep that same energy. How many times you told us we had no games? How many times you told us that we had no exclusives? Oh, you're pissed off because we got more studios than you now.
Oh,
we got more first-party studios than you now. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem now.
The legendary graphic god is in the building.
Oh, graphic god, what's up, baby? Yeah,
yeah. Xbox avatars has landed on Di-RRec Gaming. The king.
We welcome you. We're gonna need you to do the t-shirts, man. We definitely got to talk about the t-shirts.
We gotta get. We go. You know what? It's an honor, man, to see graphic god, y'all, right now.
It's an honor, man.
That's right there. That's the graffiti, man. When I talk about graphic god and the work he's done, he never faked it. He's never swayed. He's always been in the mud.
Exactly.
He's one of those catfishes, man, that makes the swamp look good. The mud and the grit and all. You know what's beautiful about? I'm from Texas. You know what's beautiful about the Gulf of Mexico? Is that all the sediments from up North America, they flows down the mighty great Mississippi River and it flows down into the Delta region. They say, man, you can get those sediments out of the Delta, all that dirt, mud, and all that once it hits the ocean, you can get that stuff taken home with you, put it in your yard, and you can grow anything out of that stuff. That's what I think when I think of graphic god. Graphic god shows everybody. You don't have to have the high tech this. You don't have to have the high tech that. You don't have to have spend a whole lot of money on this and a whole lot of money on that. But what graphic god, when I see graphic god, what he speaks out to me, you got talent, you got skills and you know you got good skills and talent, you believe in that and you present it. And what Graphic God has done for everybody down here. And he don't get enough credit. Oh, there's people that don't even know about him because the people just
amazing work, man. Does amazing work. Go to his website. Amazing work. I cannot wait to our t-shirts to be done by this guy, man.
Look what he says, man. I didn't mean to skip nobody, but let me show y'all how humble this guy is. Look what he says. Look at that.
I only play a guy on the internet.
You see?
I like that.
That's humbleness.
Yeah.
Because that's humbleness. That's humbleness. This guy is the graffiti artist of the Xbox. Thank you, Graphic, for coming by, stepping in here, giving us a bit of your time to come in here and say hello to us, man. You don't know, that meant a lot to us, man. We appreciate you, and that's why we took the time to pay homage to this great dude who puts in real great work, and he represents the streets of the gaming industry. He comes from the lineage of the arcades. He is a certified gamer. Go check him out. Retro Gaming, him and Jago. Check them out, y'all. They get out there, they talk, they have fun. But I was looking at one of his things. And he said, "What was it? Wait, hold on, hold on. Let me get one more quarter, ma." I don't know what to tell y'all, but if y'all don't know that sentence, y'all just don't know that sentence. We literally lived that sentence in the 80s right there. That sentence is legendary in the culture of gaming. Let me get one more quarter, ma. That's crazy, man. Good stuff, Graphic God. We just want to say thank you for stopping by. Go ahead, General.
Yeah, but like I was saying, man, now Japan games are coming, right? So Microsoft is taking it all over the board, man. And that's what they fear, man. This is their worst nightmare. And trust me,
bro.
It's going to be a lot of flip-floppers, man. It's going to be a lot of flip-floppers with extra cheese and onions and pickles and ranch sauce, bacon, and jalapeno peppers. It's going to be a lot of flip-floppers, yo.
Look at Raw Man right here, General. Look at Raw Man.
Yeah.
Look.
Exactly. Double standard.
Look at this.
The problem is too many people are sheep. Can't filter the media, biased nonsense. People don't think for themselves. They let IGN and the likes do it for them. Raw Man, salute to you. Couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all, this is what we're talking about with you guys, man. I get so tired because it's comments like that nobody wants to push it.
No.
But yet you got all these YouTubers that won't say what this guy just said right here. Won't say it. And they act like we're stupid. Like we don't see this stuff. That's what baffles me. I mean, do people just want us gamers that have been gaming for a long time to just, and some of us been gaming more than them journalists, but they just think we're supposed to be quiet, just allow the nonsense and don't speak on it. That's silly as hell, man.
You know what, New Legal? You know when they told LeBron just to shut up and dribble?
Right.
The media want us to shut up and game.
That's
the media worst nightmare. The media worst nightmare is when YouTube started these gaming channels, and when basically these now gamers start their own podcasts, right? Because now gamers don't listen to the journalists anymore. And I hate to say it, being a journalist is kind of archaic, man. I don't care if you take it personal or whatever, but it really is kind of yesterday. The gamers like Rahman and look at Fireboss and Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying? Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying? A41 and all these great people, man. You know what I mean? All these great people, they are the new journalism of this gaming culture. And their voices need to be heard. Shizno Elite, Shizno Elite, you see what I'm saying? These are people that need to be heard. But because they don't have a platform, right, they're not heard. And that's what these IGNs and GameSpots, I call them douchebags, yo, because they don't care about gaming, yo. They don't care about gaming, yo. And that's why me and you, when we talked on the phone, you know what I'm saying? We have our conversations. This is the dream where it's a platform for real Xbox gamers and real gaming discussion, and leave that drama for your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, we got smart fans in here, man. Smart fans. Yeah.
This is what I be talking about. But you don't. It's like you gotta reflect them. You move with them. Like it's not about us, man. Sitting up here talking about, oh, you welcome, brother. It's not about us pushing. It's like we're great. Or you look. You saw how Graphic God acted today.
Yeah.
Humble. It's about being humble. There's nobody in this channel. There's nobody in the chat that's better than the next person. It's not about if you gave me 5 games and nobody else gave me 1 game, you're still not better than them. You just did that.
It's like Bishop said.
Thank you, man, and move on.
It's like Bishop said in Juice, no man is bigger than the crew. And we are all a crew. And we're all crew are Xbox gamers. We celebrate gaming. We love gaming. We love Xbox. We love the brand. We rocking with Microsoft. Some of us came to 360. Some of us had the OG with NFL. Real G's know what I'm talking about. NFL Inside Drive. NFL Inside Drive, right? Or NBA Inside Drive, right? Well, Microsoft had their own sports. I wish they get back to that. Microsoft had their own sports. Bloodweight, Brute Force. I mean, my guys, one of my favorite games on the OG Xbox. Dead to Rights, right? Dead to Rights. They should do a remake of that.
Something that made me keep talking, but you said something. Look, oh yes, I was gonna say earlier. You were saying stuff about the great mighty OG Xbox. Yeah. You guys, possibilities now that Conquer is returning.
Oh look,
man, Conquer is rare.
I feel like they're noticing. I feel like they're gonna take the person out. I feel they're gonna take the person out. Though I feel like they're gonna take the guy.
Conquer's coming back, bro. Mark my words.
But do you think they're gonna leave the cursing in, the brash personality, or they gonna tone them down? What you think?
I wouldn't tone him down. You know what? Bring Conquer back. Bring Blitz back. Bring Voodoo Vince. You know what? Yeah. That's Phil Spencer's great. That's Phil Spencer's special game. Bring it back. Yeah. What a sequel. Yeah. Microsoft has too many great little animated figure guys. That
Crimson,
just need to be brought back.
Crimson Tide is another great one they could bring back.
Don't you do it.
What you mean don't do it? Oh, but New Legal. New Legal. I had a great idea I wanted to share with you. I wanted to see what you thought about this, right?
What, put all of them in one game?
No. I wanted to bring this idea to you. So now I got you on the air. I want to see what you think. You remember Bloodweight?
Yeah.
Okay. What if Microsoft turned Technoblast? What up, baby? What if Microsoft turned Bloodweight into Gears of War with boats on water? Wouldn't that be sick?
That would be crazy.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? 3-player co-op. Yeah. You design your own boat. Yeah, you design your own boats with your own guns and your own armor, and you're fighting these big ships and these big bosses and everything. And it's like Gears of War on water.
That's right.
I need to talk to Phil Spencer about this.
You're right. You're right, man. It's incredible right now what the possibilities for Microsoft to happen for. The possibilities, man, it's so broad right now. The reason why we're going crazy is because we can't get in. It's like we can't figure out what they're gonna do, because it's like every time you turn around, Microsoft is doing something.
Guys.
Exactly.
Technoblast, he made it.
No, what up, boy? What up, boy?
He made it. You know, Technoblast in the building, everybody. You know how he is, man. He's the chilling guy. You know, you cockroaches, man. You gotta give respect to the Technoblast, man. When he comes in, he comes in.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing out there?
Hey, we good, man. We just, rocking out with the Xbox family. And, I wanted to ask you, Technoblast, while you're here, how do you feel about the media poo-pooing and all this huggy Huggies and diapers about how it's not fair that Microsoft is going to keep these games exclusive. Are they going to keep Elder Scrolls exclusive? This is a sham. This shouldn't be done. This is wrong. How do you feel about that, Technoblast?
They're just a bunch of dumbasses that don't know what they're talking about, because they sure don't say anything when and this has been repeated by many people around the YouTubes and the Twitter posts. Everybody's been saying the same thing. When Sony bought Insomniac, nobody blinked an eye. All they did was pound their chest and say, "Look at us, we got Spider-Man for good now. Xbox is not getting it."
Yeah,
that's fact. And it was what it was because it fit their narrative, because it fit what they were doing. But as soon as Microsoft did something mighty, and I predicted it. Soon as they were about to history in the I predicted it.
Well, it's expected. It's expected.
You're gonna see biggest turnaround ever in gaming history. About to happen, y'all. It's about to happen.
And then I see the videos where people say, well, Insomniac didn't really put out that many games, or they were like really defining, that were cross-platform. But Bethesda does, because they got Elder Scrolls and so on and such forth. And they say those are big deal titles. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's like they bought them, and that's that. Yeah. The same energy you gave Insomniac and Sony, you should give the same energy back to Microsoft and Xbox.
But Techno, my favorite is this. I heard this for the last couple of days. It doesn't matter that they bought Bethesda. Fallout's whack. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that too. No. That's automatic. You're gonna hear.
But wait. This is the one thing that I heard that was very crazy. Microsoft, they don't do anything with companies. Look what they bought. Rare hasn't done anything, so we have nothing to worry about. Bethesda is not a threat. Microsoft is not a threat. Yeah.
No, this is expected. I mean, you read message boards like NeoGAF or Era. I've been poking around. I hate them, but I do poke around and look.
Yeah.
And I see the same thing on both sides. Here's the comments. I didn't like those studios anyways.
Yep.
And I didn't like those games anyways.
Yep.
And it's not worth $7.5 billion.
Yep.
That's what I hear now. But again, if Sony did it, oh my God, you'll have fireworks and parades in every city.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a double standard. And you know what? We're just like anything else that goes on in the world, it's never going to be shaked off. Microsoft is going to receive that type of negativity no matter what they do. And look at the pro consumer moves they've been doing lately. Everybody should be cheering for this, right? Everybody should be cheering for this and lobbying for other platforms to do the same thing.
But Techno, the man came out and said that the man Jim Ryan looked like he had a coke party in Miami in '88. The man came out and said that Game Pass is not a feasible way of making revenue, right? Or distributing games. He said we will never make a Game Pass type service on our thing because we believe that you lower the value of the first party games.
It's BS. It's BS. And again, and you know what I say? Let them keep thinking that. Let them continue business as usual.
Yeah.
Because they'll learn down the road that, hey, you know what? This is not working anymore.
It's not. And you can see it's not working because it's like, the whole mind share and excitement just shift, man. It just shift. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's like, man, I was waiting to talk to you about this. It's like, we are really watching some historical, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In gaming, crazy. We saw the biggest gaming deal ever in gaming history, man. And
not just studios. We've seen plenty of those before, but a publisher,
a parent company.
Yo, you remember the article that I said there's two articles that I'm really enjoying, and one of them is Inverse.
Yeah.
Well, my man Fireball just sent this to me, and it's like what Microsoft owns, Sony cannot get. But that's the founder, Christopher Weaver. Just stop. You can pretty much take all your hurtful feelings, all your tears, put them in a bucket, and go water your plants with it.
Yeah,
because
exactly. Yeah.
this is serious business. This isn't about. This is no.
and
Now
Phil
you
Spencer
understand why
is just
this
being
is
nice.
building the brand. It isn't going to build the brand because you allowing people to be picky. You build the brand by putting out as much broad and range that you can possibly do. So Microsoft put out xCloud. They got the most powerful console.
Yep.
They got Game Pass. Listen, that builds the Xbox brand. Now, if you don't want to be involved in that ecosystem, don't get mad because we don't put our game in your system. What are you, crazy?
Yeah,
We never took what you guys said personally. We just did it better than you guys. You guys have been hitting us with exclusive deals left and right, left and right, left and right. We've had Phil Spencer come out and say, listen, that's not our strategy. Thought process is not making games exclusive with certain little, skins and things like that. We don't see that as productive. So we've been getting the last bit of deals when it came to Destiny. We've been getting the last bit of deals when it came to Call of Duty. But so what? Those skins don't make you a better gamer. Who cares if you got those skins? Go out and play, because after the end of that year, at the end of that 6 months, you're getting it anyway. You're going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
What did he say? I'd rather put my money and focus my money into what? Making new IPs and bridging bigger deals and making better partnerships with companies. That came out of Phil Spencer's mouth. So now that it's happening, what's really happening is the industry is starting to see that Phil Spencer may not be perfect. Phil Spencer may not always get it right, but guess what? Phil Spencer's a man of his word. He doesn't act shady within his community with his consumers.
Now, this is something I don't like what he does, and I wish he'll just be blunt and straight when people ask them. And if they ask him, hey, are Bethesda's gaming going to PlayStation or any other platform? And I want him to flat out say no.
Well,
except for the ones that are already being honored. And I think he's just being nice there. It's like, you know what? He's being really freaking nice to release the ones that already been on the contract.
Right.
And everything else after that, he should just say, flat out, they're coming. If they want to play those games, they need to come to Xbox.
Exactly. I'm glad Techno Blast said that, because watch this. There's this old saying that resonates ancients of times. And when you lived a little bit, naturally you should be wiser, right? Now watch this, Techno Blast. When you're the one that's already knowing that you're a winner, that you already know you won this, it's called not showing mercy, but it's called confidence. Yeah. When you defeated your guy, right? And he's begging you to kill him. He's begging you, just kill me. You put your sword back, you sheath it, you walk away. That's gonna kill him more than you giving him death. Look, Sony and them know they're kind of like in a game and death row situation. You know what? You had this stuff before we did this deal. Have fun now, because go back to that great model that was told way back in the day. This situation with us at Microsoft and Xbox is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Everybody thought they was playing. Everybody thought that was a weak phrase. Well, guess what? I got news for everybody who thought that was a weak phrase. Who got the last laugh now?
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's just, no matter what they do, they can't shake off. They can't shake off the narrative where people are going to come in and just say, you know what, that's a bad move. You know what, they should have never bought that. You know what, I didn't like those games anyways. You know what, those studios were trash anyways. They don't need to be on PlayStation. I mean, they'll think of something left and right just to better themselves, just to make them feel better.
But Techno, check this out. Techno. Now here's the play, right? Here is the Statue of Liberty, 52 fake out, half reverse, ready, break. You're charging your audience $70.
Yeah.
Along with these other publishers, Take-Two, a couple other people, they want to charge gamers now $70. In the middle of a pandemic, that just made Game Pass look like heaven.
Yes.
Like, think about it. Even if we put Elder Scrolls on your system, who's gonna pay $70 play it on PlayStation.
Okay,
when
let me
I
tell
can
you.
play it for $15 a month or $10 a month, or I can buy a whole year of Game Pass or 6 months, whatever I choose to do, and I can play it in Game Pass.
Check this out.
And
I
the
just
game
bought
is not going nowhere. It's staying in Game Pass.
not just a few weeks ago. I just bought Doom Eternal for $30.
Wow. Now it's coming out.
Now it's coming out. If I would have just held off a little bit longer and not been in a rush to get it,
yeah,
I would have put that $30 something else.
Yeah.
You know? And I am a huge Fallout fan. I am you know, Wolfenstein, Doom, everything. So I buy those games, whether it's on sale or whether I pay full price, right? It doesn't matter. I will eventually buy them. Okay. Yeah. But now they're part of Game Pass. Hell, you just saved me a shitload of money.
Exactly.
You know, now I could put that money into something else that I do want to get.
Exactly.
You know, rather than,
and that's the thing.
Have you seen that picture that's been circulating where it's a not a meme, but somebody actually made a pretty good picture where this guy is carrying like tons of games for $80 or whatever number of dollars, and you got the guy next to him with one copy of a game for $70, and the guy with the tons of games say, "You only got one for $70."
Yeah.
And he has like this huge stack of games that he's just not going to finish.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's crazy. I can't wait. I hope that we really, really put an impact today on our show. We know that Technoblast came in a little late.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Keep it the same timeline. I mean, I still need to take a shower and everything. I just walked in. The kids are taking a shower right now. They're all getting cleaned up, and I'm just here, joining you guys.
Technoblast was doing the real stuff. Technoblast was being a dad, man.
Daddy duty,
and
man. Respect that, man.
We honor that stuff, man. We honor that stuff. So,
yes, sir.
That's what we do. This is the brotherhood right here. This panel here, I'm telling you guys, man, these guys mean a lot to me, and whether, look, man, if it came down to where these two dudes needed to do something and I couldn't be around, I'm going to call up one of my kids, tell them, I'm going to start it up. And if I need to go somewhere, let them do it. And I'll tell them when to end it. When you hear them end, you hit it. That's how we get down here, man. It's a family here. It's a brotherhood here. And we're so thankful that you guys come out each and every day and give us a little bit of your time as well. We're getting down to the closing part. This is the day of the streets. So we're going to ask the streets today. Not only keep that same energy, we hear y'all loud and clear. Japan is beloved. Xbox, we hear you loud and clear.
Hold on, I gotta stop you for a second.
No matter where you go, Xbox is the talk of the town. We hear you every step of the way. We want to ask the streets today, what's one of the closing topics you would like us to elaborate on before we get out of here? And we'll pass it over to Technoblast since he hasn't had a chance to talk as much as me in general. So Tech, you'll get the last comment of the day, speak on it, and then we'll move to the closing.
So real quick, the memory card, I'm not going to get right away, just because that's a bit too much. I think I'll wait for a 2 terabyte by a third party company, and I think they already said there's other companies going to be supporting that card technology.
Look, I'm gonna say this, right? Me and the legal been talking about this. You got to understand that this is not a hard drive.
I know.
Right. Yep. So no, I'm not speaking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Most people don't understand that. It's not a hard drive, right? It is a solid state drive. It is a very new piece of tech. It is fast and way it processes, and it also crunches. What I was reading about it, because I got the email from Seagate. It crunches the space. Now I want you to understand what an SSD does, right? Think of a 1 terabyte for 220 as 2 terabytes in that one card, because SSD, it holds more space than the USB 3.1 like hard drive I got now is 4 terabytes, right? Now you can use your old hard drive on your Xbox Series X. It's just that you can't run Series X games on that hard drive, right? Yeah. Now I understand technically what you're talking about as far as like, there are other third parties coming out and this and that. But here's the thing that I like what Microsoft did. Seagate and Microsoft, they worked together to build that card because it is based on the technology and the format that's inside the
Yep.
Series X.
Yep.
So when I saw 220, it sounds crazy. I thought it would be higher. I thought it would be 300 or 280 or
You
something
did
like
say
that.
that when we were saying the prices. You were up there. You was
Yeah.
in the 200. I
Yeah.
said it would be like 79 to 100, but I was way off.
Yeah. So it's just the fact that it's lightning fast. Now we gotta remember, this system's not gonna have any load times, bro. Like this is a new era for us.
This isn't your typical console, people. At least it's not 800, 900, 1300 for a graphic card. We're not paying for graphic cards, y'all. Told y'all to invest. This is the generation to start investing.
And
you have PC. It's called personal console.
Yep.
And so, okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Second, did you guys watch my parody video?
Nah. I ain't watched the parody video.
The one I was dressed up as Spider-Man.
Speak on.
Oh man, you gotta send me the link to that. Send me the link to that. I'll put it in the mention.
So there's a guy out there, and I'm sure people know about him by now. His name is the Awesome Lucas or something like that.
Oh yeah, amazing.
And then he started. So he started going off. He started going off about how terrible this move was about Microsoft buying, going off. And then he started
desperation. He said,
and then he started mentioning like, Sony, they create IPs like God of War. And I think that wasn't the first one. And he kept going, Uncharted. That wasn't the first one either. And then he went to Last of Us. I'm like, okay, that's the second Last of Us. So that's not new either. And then he said Horizon. I'm like, okay, I'll give him that, right? So because there's only
Spider-Man suit, General.
Right.
You gotta
so he has a Spider-Man suit. So I pulled a parody. And I put this like sweater Spider-Man suit on, and my son's Spider-Man
because he had the Miles Morales on. I know,
right?
Wow.
Thing. So I started being like, I started being like Lucas, complaining, and he started coming up with this chant like Al Sharpton. He kept going, Xbox takes, Sony creates, Xbox takes, Sony creates, and I just started going off, just pretending to be like him, just pretending to be like him and everything. Just kind of, it was short and sweet, and yeah, people got a kick out of it, man.
I gotta watch it, man.
I sent it to you, man. Yo, y'all get out there, man. Support my man Technoblast. Support my man Michael Box of X. Support my man Graphic Guy. Support Dr. Vaca over here on the channel, the panel that he's a part of, the channel of Intro Media Gaming. Get out here, y'all, and support the people out here that are really trying to present the truth of gaming and their perspective. They're not trying to be corny about it or they ain't using props for it. They don't want your money. Man, it's just the pure enjoyment of having a little bit of intelligence, appreciating what's been given to us throughout the years, and we want to express it our way. And get out here, y'all. Represent us, man. Look, whether we grow largely or not, that's not the focus of us. We're here today to come together. Like my man General was saying, what is it? This is the country club.
This is the country club, baby.
Put your green jackets on you in the Hall of Fame.
Everybody got their green blazer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Facts. Yeah. You got the green blazers on. Look. Look at Michael Box of X right there. Got his green blazer on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
It's a pretty good question.
Close us out, man. Close us out.
Yeah, close us
if
out.
Microsoft bought Sega,
oh my God,
what are the two IPs that you want remade? I'm talking AAA status.
Straight up.
Power.
Easy for me. Ultra Beast is the first one.
Okay.
Ultra Beast on a whole nother level. Okay. And then, oh my goodness. I'm so glad you asked me this one, man, because
one more.
You know that was a little joke. That was a little joke to Technoblast guy. Oh my goodness, But here, it wouldn't be right if you mention Sega to me, and I don't mention this. You got to give me Ultra Beast, because Sonic the Hedgehog be too easy. But here it is. Yeah. The one and only Streets of Rage. You gonna have to give me a next level Streets of Rage unlike no other. And I'm talking more like
they just gave you Streets of Rage 4.
Nah. I'm talking about let's open up the city, put it in a sandbox type of way.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. All right, Techno, what's your two?
The only one I can think of that I remember my wife used to play. This is back when she did play.
Shinobi.
And Shenmue.
Graphic God, real quick, Tech. Graphic God, that would be cheating. That's why I left that out. That would literally be cheating. If we got another Shinobi, it's over, man. That right there is over.
No, the one I was thinking is Shenmue.
Okay, Shenmue.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of because I remember my wife when she did play back in the day. Now she doesn't play anything.
Okay.
She did have a PS2, and then she was kind of hooked on that game, and was like, "Oh, that'd be kind of cool to have another game like that out from Sega."
Okay. So my two is definitely going back in the archives, but probably two of my favorite games when I had a Sega Genesis. Actually, Sega, I'm sorry, period. There was a game a while ago called Black Belt. I'm not sure if you remember this.
I remember Black Belt, yeah.
Great martial arts game called Black Belt. It was on the Sega Master System. It was absolutely phenomenal, right? It was a karate adventure. It was a karate adventure. You know how it was back then. They took your girl and blah, 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 and this and that. But Sega never tapped into that IP again. I would love for them to bring that back. And then another game that I played to death that I think would be incredible today is Mystic Defender. Mystic Defender was so cool with that kid who was like a Japanese warlock and all these powers and, you know, this and that. That was on the Sega Genesis. So for me, those are two. But if I can give one more bonus, God damn it, can I get another Outrun? Can I just get another Outrun? Can I get another Outrun? Turbo Outrun? Something, Outrun X? Something, man.
Outrun's legendary, bro. And put like 4 pipes on the back. Put 4 pipes on the back.
Yeah. And like you said, New Legal, right? Open it up. Just like Forza. Matter of fact, this is a dream. Let Playground Games and Sega make the next Outrun, and it's open road, and it's a whole new thing, and really bring Outrun back to a new generation. That's me. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know, Graphic God's in here right now. Look, you want to get your avatars? Hit Graphic God up. Free avatar. We're gonna put the pressure on him. Yo, check.
Is he saying something? Because I'm not seeing what he's saying.
Oh, Graphic God.
Okay. What did Graphic God say?
What was that you said, Graphic God? Free avatars.
I'll send you Victor, bro.
Free avatars, man, for everybody.
Is that what he's saying? Man, that's a lot of.
That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot. Yeah, Graphic God, go ahead and make me one, man. I need one. Look at the one I'm using right now, man. It's just a Spider-Man mask on. I need something better.
Oh man, that stuff is funny, man. Oh yeah, thanks everybody for coming out on the channel, man. We really appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, we broke a record today. This is our longest show.
Wow. I haven't been looking at the time, bro. I've had so much fun today that I hadn't even paid attention to it, man. It looked like we just started. Incredible, y'all. Incredible. Check No Blacks. You got anything you want to say, man?
Nah, man, I'm tired. I need to take a shower. I'm stinky right now.
Oh,
that's what I need to do. I need to poop too.
Toe jamming Earl, I got you. Toe jamming Earl, I got you.
Yeah, I'm backed up right now, man. I need to go sit down and just let it go.
That boy always got to poop, man. Yo, General, you got any last words, man?
Nah, man. Just I just want to say I love the Xbox community. I love the Xbox family. I saw somebody ask, do I got a YouTube? I might work on that in the future because really I just like being the man behind the mic, kind of like just old school. Like I said, when it comes to the general, you're only going to get him at Di-RRec Gaming. I'm not gonna be nowhere else. But I will consider making a YouTube channel. It's something that I have thought about.
Hey guys, you know it. Another day, another glorious Xbox excitement moment for us. Thank you guys. Thank you, Technoblast. Thank you, General. Thank you, the Xbox community. It's your boy, the No Lego.
Woo woo.
Represent Di-RRec Gaming, man. Had so much fun today. Hey guys, remember these key two things.
Xbox takes, Sony creates.
Check it out. Check it out, y'all. Keep it gaming. Always keep it gaming. Chase the one up in life. And yo, never forget, hold that integrity down, man. We appreciate all you guys, girls that always come out here, man, for us supporting our channel.
Word.
Thank you all. This was the show for the Xbox community and the real gamers. We really appreciate you guys. Can't say enough for you guys. The time is now. We're moving forward towards the next generation. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it exciting, and we're gonna keep it trill for all of y'all, like we say in Texas. Trill. Thank y'all once again for coming out. This is Di-RRec Gaming. Xbox rocks, and it don't stop, baby.
Xbox rocking, you don't stop, 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 stop.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye.